It's Floyd here at K-Tec Racing in the West Midlands. Got a few things to show you today, if you want to follow me through. A lovely supercharged Clio here, one of our kits. It was fitted down in Dorset. I've done quite a few things on this vehicle now, which I'll show you as we walk around the vehicle. So as you can see, this engine's got a fully forged engine in it. With our supercharged kit. It's running about 350 brake horsepower. It's only used on track, it's not a road car. And he's actually been spending quite a bit of money on this car to get it to a really good spec. So a few things that we've done recently on this is we've put one of our manifolds on it as well. Because a couple of the manifolds that he's had on previously have been absolutely terrible. They've been breaking and blowing. So we've put one of our manifolds on as well. So he's been really pleased with that. So as you can see, our supercharger kit, it's got our red hoses on as well. Very good qualification these are, to be quite honest. Very nice looking under the bonnet as well. I will show you one thing as well. It's got a short shift on the gearbox, 4H6 short shifter. But since that's been fitted, we've fitted one of our 0.1 shifters in the vehicle, which I'll show you in a second. And we're still utilising the short shift on the gearbox. It makes that gear change even more shorter. So I'll talk a bit more of that in detail very shortly. This has also got a fuel system on it as well, due to the fact obviously the amount of boost it's running with a forged engine. It's actually running so much better with that fuel system on there. Definitely a must when you're making these vehicles with this much power. So also we've got one of our cages fitted. This cage is also using the 750 Motor Club Clio Championship. It's a very, very good cage, very, very well made. And obviously for track, definitely a must for track. Also, this is the short shifter, one of our short shifters, which is 0.1 made for us in our colours. This is a definite must upgrade for track. It brings that gear lever much closer to the steering wheel, and it obviously also gives that very much short shift. Like I said, on the gearbox we've got the 4H6 shifter on the gearbox, short shifter, and it gives that throw on the gear stick now is literally very, very minimal. So for fast gear changes, absolutely brilliant piece of kit. I will say though, if you're running a short shifter on the gearbox as well as this, there's some slight more adjustments that you have to make with the shifter, but you can get them to work really, really well. On mine again, I've got exactly the same setup with the short shift on the gearbox as well. So you can use both. But if you haven't got the short shift on the gearbox, you can just use the shifter as it is, straight out of the box. So another car that we've got in here at the moment is the Renault Williams, as you can see. This car's been dry stored for 4 years. The customer wanted it recommissioning basically. So it booked into us to just have the fuel removed, a new fuel filter, engine oil and filter replaced before we even turn the key on this vehicle. This is running a Prima Racing forged engine with cams, etc. So we wanted specific oil put in this vehicle. So basically, yeah, we've got it all running. Had some running issues with the vehicle when it was running, which I sorted out using our diagnostic equipment. So the car now runs really, really well. Obviously, due to the fact that it's been standing for four years or more, we said, you know, we need to do the belts on this as well. Obviously, it's only 5 years with these belts intervals. So he authorised all that for it. And as I was taking the vehicle apart, I did notice on the cam cover, as you can see from this, that the actual cam pulleys were wearing through the cam cover. And what had happened was all the bolts that were holding the engine mount onto this cover had all come loose and ripped the threads out. So what it was doing was wearing through the cover. So we sourced a new cover for this now, which is good. Obviously parts of these vehicles are now becoming very few and far between. So what I can do now is actually do some repair now on the bolts that hold this cover to the engine, and get that new cover put back on. And literally it's going to be MOT time, and then it's ready to go back to the customer. Okay, another vehicle we've had in this week, Clio 172. This is again pure track car. Came in for service. Also while it was in for service, I noticed that the radiator was leaking, so we've replaced that for him. We also had an issue with it misfiring. So we put the diagnostic equipment on it, found out injector on number 4 was misfiring. Did the resistance checks on all the injectors, and I said to myself, to be fair, it's better to replace all 4 than just the one. So we replaced all 4 injectors, done all the resets, car's running really fine. So while the vehicle's in, the customer asked about some upgrades. So we've gone for a set of 438 camshafts, which are actually in there now with a new cam belt, diffuser, water pump and auto belt kit. So this is ready to go basically. We're going to put the file on it later, get it on the dyno and see what power this makes. So just put the cal file on this now, the modified file, put some logs, do a run, see what power this makes. This is one that's got the 438 cams in as well, so it should make some decent power this one's good. Another track car in at the moment, this one on track, started misfiring really badly. He dropped it off to me, so I did a leak down test on this, cylinder number 4, massive leak down on cylinder number 4. So with the bore scope I looked down the inlet and there's definitely a valve gone. It looks like it's bent, it hasn't dropped off, so we should be able to get this one up and running by removing the head, new set of valves in there. So we have actually gone for some upgrades on this while the head's off. We're going to be putting some cat cam valves, springs, and we're going to go some 438 cams in this as well. We might as well while we're in there, because this guy doesn't want any more problems after this has been rebuilt. Because one thing he's had a massive problem with is the valve heads dropping off due to the fact it's a 2-piece valve. And what can happen is the heat into that valve can actually make these valves drop off. So if we put this back together with the standard valves back in it, there's a possibility, because this car has been put under some lot of strain on the track, there's a possibility we don't want this happening. So we're going to go for some upgrades to make this thing stronger for him, and hopefully see what the power that this makes once we get the cams and get back on the dyno. Okay, so we've had this customer come in for a diagnostic on the airbag light. Diagnostics showed a few things have been changed on the vehicle, so what we can do is we can go into the airbag ECU and actually configure the airbag ECU to what the car this spec has got. With Renault's computer, their Renault Clip, you can't actually do that on these lights and Megans. So basically we've got some software that you can actually physically go into the ECU and change individual components. So for instance, if you put race seats in the vehicle or a race steering wheel, where you have got different, the airbags have been taken out for track use. You obviously can have the airbag lights on. Some people put resistors in the place, which can be quite troublesome. They don't fit very well and cause the light to flicker on and off. So the best way to do is just configure the vehicle for the spec that the vehicle has. Obviously some of these vehicles still have to pass an MOT, and they're used on the road as well as track. So yeah, we can do that for you as well. So if anything like this you need for airbag lights, give us a shout. So one question I've been asked this week is what facilities and services that we offer here. One thing that we've just introduced is new air conditioning machine. We do both gases on this machine. We do the R134 and the R1234YF. So the older cars obviously using the older gas, and obviously the new cars with the new R1234YF gas. So yeah, we can actually re-gas your vehicle and also diagnose obviously any problems while your air conditioning isn't working. One thing else that we do here as well is geometry. We've got a super tracker laser alignment. We can do all the camber, caster and all the alignment on the vehicles. We can set them up for general normal road, also track day use and also full race as well. can also do tyres as well. We've got a tyre machine and balance stand, so we can actually fit you any of your tyres, race tyres, normal road tyres, and obviously all the balancing as well. Also excited about the dyno. We've got a dyno here as well, which is in the other unit. So we can also do your mapping. Also, if you just wanted a dyno, once you what car powers you're making, we can do that for you. Also mapping from stage 1 up to obviously bespoke engine builds. So as you can see, we're keeping quite a few bits in stock, all genuine Renault, a few race parts as well. Try to keep as much stuff service-wise in stock, cam belts, aux belt kits, oil filters, brake discs, just the general run-of-the-mill stuff that people ask for generally day to day. As opposed to some of the racing stuff, like the exhaust and stuff, we get this next day normally, as long as our HQ got them in stock. So literally, if anybody wants anything, if I haven't got it in stock, I'll get it normally next day, as quick as that. Oils as well, we keep in stock. We use Miller's oils in bulk. And I've also got the Miller's race oils in stock as well. So we do get a lot of questions asked, especially for the race cars. We don't normally put the normal tried and stuff in there, we normally put the race stuff in. So yeah.
Go for it.
So that's a bit of an insight into what we do here, and also showing you a few cars that we've got in here at the moment. So for any inquiries, please don't hesitate to contact us. You will find the contact details in the description below. And don't forget to like and share to our channel for more great content, in particular the Clio 3 supercharger kit in the link.